It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. These guys flew across the country for this. We're always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
At the 37-yard line.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Well, he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. You talk about this Rams defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Well, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. It's Barkley on the counter. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. 3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's going to have to eat at this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Let's talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, Rams.
Play action, Stafford. Gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They need 2. Here's third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
First down, Rams.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Stafford looks to throw again. Screen play set up for Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Stafford. Sacked back to the 24. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush. That sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
41-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. The Eagles are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 39.
Eagles. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
For A.J. Brown, incomplete. Akello Witherspoon on the coverage.
Throwing is Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Another Eagles.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Second and 6 from the 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
3rd and 7.
A tight one after one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Not going to understand where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
And it's third down.
Throwing is Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And a Rams first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now to the 34-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Rams.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Nolan Smith showing some bursts there to catch him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Zach Ball drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Incomplete. Montello Witherspoon on the cover.
On second and 10, Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now it's second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And an Eagles first down.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 39-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
18 yards. That's good for another Eagles. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
At the Rams' 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jahan Dotson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Going to be taken in here by Nakula.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Adams the man in motion right. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Game, offense.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Stafford.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Rams passing game on point right now as they pick up another first down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakula.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to run.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
To number 17, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Complete to Kyron Williams. A pickup of 2. Bring up second and goal. At the 6.
Throwing again is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Stafford now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Colby Parkinson from 3 yards out. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make it 17-13. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. This will be caught by Brown.
Complete to A.J. Brown. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
They'll throw now on the final play. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 35. Here comes second and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
When coaches stress their defense to be physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
To throw is Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. With it is Jackson. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. From the 42-yard line, 2nd down and 3.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down. At the 42.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the 1st down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap, just fall down and pick it up. They got it there. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Over the middle here to Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Nifty move. He is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide.
Hurts pass. Complete to A.J. Brown. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal. Offense, Charles, you take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of 2.
But as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Throwing is Stafford. Wide open receiver complete.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, LA!
Puka Nacua.
77 yards.
And the Rams have cut it back within a score.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
21.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this 2nd half as we are about to get underway.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throw right side complete to Dodson.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15 And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's good.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
10 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Barkley going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Touchdown, Eagles! Harrison Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Eagles will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Elliott good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Eagles 31.
A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
First down, Rams.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams.
Stafford's pass.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 6.
A gain of 3 brings up second down.
Here's Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
First down, Rams.
To the air again, Stafford. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete. Jordan Whittington. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
15. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Stafford.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. Here's second and 3.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
At the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Again, it's Stafford. To the right side, that's Whittington.
Stafford's pass complete to Jordan Whittington. An 8-yard pickup. And the Rams first down.
Stafford. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
To throw is Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 2-2 Atwell from 17 yards out. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Here's Hurts to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game, offense.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
A handoff to Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On third down, Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Rams ready to go on offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down at the 4-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! A great play there. Taking it in. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. L.A. readies for its next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 2nd down and 8.
17. Devontae Adams. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Stafford. Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Adams. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford now to throw. Finding space at the 40. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
1st down, Rams.
Stafford now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Up the middle with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Short, they'll try option left. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run with Barkley. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Stafford. Pass complete down in the cool. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Now Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
And the Rams first down.
And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to...
It's caught at the 10. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Absolute bedlam. You can forget overtime. What a finish. And this crowd in a frenzy.
As well they should be. That's the type of ending that you actually pay money to see. And when it turns out in your direction, oh yeah, you're feeling real good about that one. Let's face it, there are a few people who travel to see their team. They're not happy, but overall, this crowd is loving what they just saw.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Philadelphia, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.